So in this problem, I'm going through 7 gates and I'm having apples that are taken at each one in the same way. And it's always that I have to give the guard half the apples plus one more. And I do that through 7 gates. And I know that in the end, I'm left with 1 apple. Now, there are a lot of different ways to go about doing this, but one of those ways is just to work backwards. If I think about what happens at each gate. At gate 7, I gave half of my apples, and then I know that if I took half my apples and took away one more, I ended up with 1 apple left. So at this point where I have my apples, I halved them, had to take away one more, and that left me with that 1 apple. So I think about if I solve that, that means that I would have started with 4 apples at gate 7, because half of 4 and the extra apple I had to give takes me to 1. Now I could go back and do that again. Now I'm going to go to gate 6. I know that it was half the apples I started with gate 6 and another one I had to give away took me to 4 when I got to gate 7. So if I solve this, I end up with 10. Now if I go to gate 5, do the same thing, and I just keep this pattern going. Now, is there a way to find an explicit formula? Most likely, but I'm only going 7 gates, so at some point it's a matter of considering which is faster, going through and trying to find an explicit formula, or is it more efficient for me to go and just solve the problem and through brute force get to where it is I'm trying to go. And if I go here, now I'm up to 46. And if I want to expand my screen here, I got G3, so I keep doing that same thing. And now I'm doing 46. So add 1, multiply by 2, that'll take me to 94. When I get to gate 2, that was now 95 times 2 is going to take me to 190. And then when I got to gate 1, I gave away half my apples and another one to get to 190. And that number would have been 3. Let me erase that real quick. That number would have been 382, which means I started with 382 apples at the very beginning. And if I follow the pattern now and go backwards to where I end, I'll see that it does follow that 382 apples always gets me to 1 in the end.